Good morning and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, as your Belen Wolverines take on the Coral Reef Barracudas. I'm Raul Rodriguez, and I'm here joined with Adrian Rodriguez, my brother. We were having some technical difficulties earlier in the game, but let me give you a quick recap of what just happened. Wolverines' first possession of the ball. Give the ball to Javier Hernandez. 58-yard run, breaks it for a touchdown. Wolverines lead 7-0. On this previous drive, the Barracudas had a chance at scoring, got it all the way down inside the 10, but on fourth down they could not convert, and the Wolverines held strong. Right now the Wolverines have the ball deep in their own territory at about the 2-yard line. Let's see if they can get themselves out of this one. First and 10 for the Wolverines. And it's going to be a short yardage gain for the Wolverines on that play. The quarterback draw on the play. Maybe second down for the Wolverines. Motion in the backfield. Pulla hands it off. It's a trap. Pablo Garcia takes the ball, has some room to run, and picks up a nice 30-yard gain. Two big yard runs for the Wolverines early in this game. Exactly 28 yards on the carry, and that'll be a first down for your Wolverines. Wolverines advancing the ball rather nicely this game. Big up first down again for the Wolverines. More movement in the backfield. And the ball is handed off to number 1, Don Chaney. He gets about 4 on the play. It's going to bring up second down for the Wolverines once again. Still driving down the field. The ball, it's a double handout, giving it to Pablo Garcia. Javier Hernandez, he has some room to run to the outside. The 20, and he's stopped at around the 22-yard line. Flag on the play. Another huge run for Javier Hernandez.
Hopefully we can see more of Javier Hernandez. So far he's had an outstanding game. 2 runs, but for big yards.
I think the flag was picked up. And it appears to be raining in this game. You're looking to have a wet game. There was a personal foul on the play on the Barracudas. I will not take away from the great run. But now you're in for a very wet game. Should affect how these players are playing. May not see so many balls let loose. A lot more running the rock.
Hopefully the wetness doesn't affect the game, because with the wet ball, it's going to be harder to get the ball downfield.
And it appears the rain has stopped. And with that, no more rain on the field. Kind of a weird one.
Well, that's Miami for you.
First and 10 for the Wolverines. Another handoff to Don Chaney. Up the middle. Gets a couple.
Lately, we haven't seen much from Don Chaney. I know he's only had 2 runs, but normally he's an explosive runner. And he's only a freshman, too. And I was talking to coaches earlier, and there's a lot of middle schoolers and JV members on the field today.
Yeah, they're going to be bringing them in up for all these late season games, trying to get them some experience for when they make the jump to varsity. Onto the field goes number 13, Nicholas Carvajal, the weatherman as they call him.
Hopefully he can predict the weather for this game.
Probably didn't know it was going to be a wet one. But here we go. Second down. Some confusion, and it's handed off to Don Chaney to the outside. Has some room. And it's going to be a touchdown, Wolverines. Wolverines now lead 14-0 very early into this game.
Like I said about Don Chaney earlier, normally he's a big runner, very explosive, but down and dirty, he can get those yards.
And now the running backs for the Wolverines having a great game. All three, Javier Hernandez, Pablo Garcia, and Don Chaney. Be sure to see a lot more of them. And now we're going to have Javin Rice taking the point after touchdown. Did make one earlier in the game. He's a very reliable kicker.
But that right there is another thing the weather can affect. He could miss some because of the weather.
Could have a slippery ball, and doesn't stop him there. And it is good. Wolverines are now leading 14-0. With 2 minutes and 13 seconds left in the first quarter.
Wolverine fans, special thank you to today's sponsor, Sea Hunter, located in Homestead, Florida, 25545 Southwest 140th Avenue, now open. It's a new retail location on the main court.
And onto the field goes the Wolverine kickoff team. And the Barracudas have their receiving team. Out to receive the ball is going to be number 14, Stapfen Johnson, and number 7, Colvin Alford for the Cudas. Colvin Alford is a big guy, 6 feet tall. Does also play running back and outside linebacker. Very big, aggressive guy. And you have a speedster in Stavon Johnson. So let's see what happens here. And the kick is off. And they're going to let this one go.
Rice's kick sails through the end zone, touchback. First and 10, Barracudas from their 20.
It's going to be first and 10 for the Barracudas. And it's a handoff down the middle, but not before being stuffed by the Wolverines. No gain on the play.
With help from Matthew Martin,
It might be a yard yard loss.
2-yard loss on the play.
2 yards. Quarterbacks have the Barracudas quarterback is number 10, Keith Anderson. They did throw the ball earlier in the game. They did have that big play where it went all the way inside the 10-yard line. There's a handoff on this play. Number 6, Johnny Simon with the handoff. Bobby Lacosta, number 99, on the tackle.
Third down, Wolverine fans.
And 3 receivers out wide for the Barracudas. And the ball will be thrown. Thrown incomplete, intended for number 21. On the breakup was Gabriel Seda. And the Cudas will bring out their punting unit.
There's nothing new for the Wolverines. You've seen a lot of 3rd and 4th down stands for the Wolverines thus far.
Wolverines did have that big win against Braddock last week where they clinched the district championship. Coral Reef did lose to Braddock first game of the season. However, they are playing a lot better from what we've seen so far. And the kick is off. Horrible punt. Very short, and it will bounce closer to the end zone. Great field position for the Wolverines.
Inside Coral Reef 10.
Wolverines getting excellent field position to start off this drive, already winning 14-0.
And like I mentioned earlier about the middle schoolers and JV members, I know of one player on the middle school that if they are up by at least 2 touchdowns with 2 minutes left, some middle schoolers will get in.
Let's see what the Wolverines do here on first down. Motion in the backfield. And it's going to be a passing play. Play action. Throw to number 8, Diego Ortega. He catches it. The ball is out. But the ball is recovered by number 1, Don Chaney. Bit of a scary one there for the Wolverines. Ortega did secure the pass. However, was hit hard. Ball got loose. Don Chaney quick to jump on it. First down for the Wolverines.
Result of the play is a first down for the Wolverines. Ball spotted on the 15, first and 10, Belen.
Out wide is number 12, Nate Payne. The ball is snapped. It's going to be a trap. Down the middle, Pablo Garcia has some room. And that's going to be a close one. See if they give it a touchdown or not. They're going to rule him down at about the 2. Looks like his knee got caught on the turf before he managed to break the plane.
His knee is ruled down near the goal line. Ball spotted on the 2.
Wolverines still driving. It's going to be another first down. Excellent field position for the Wolverines. They can definitely capitalize here.
Garcia's carry resulted
And
in
it looks like there's
first
going to be a
down,
timeout on the play. Oh, no. End of the first quarter. That's going to bring us to the second quarter. The Wolverines lead 14-0. Another powerful statement by the Wolverine running back core. Pablo Garcia almost drives it in for a touchdown on that last play. And the Wolverines now first down on about the 2-yard line. It's going to be a handoff to number 2, Pablo Garcia, and he may have gotten in. And see what they rule it.
Garcia on the carry.
They're going to rule him about a yard and or a half of a yard short.
Ball spotted on the half-yard line. Second and goal for the Wolverines.
Wouldn't be surprised if you see the same play called once again. And this time the Wolverines break the plane. Touchdown.
Garcia is in for the touchdown behind the block.
Wolverines now up 21-0 after that touchdown. Papa Garcia. Now all three running backs for the Wolverines have a touchdown early in this game. Javi Hernandez with that 58-yarder early to start off the Wolverine possession. Then Don Chaney with an outside run to score. And now Papa Garcia drives it in for a half of a yard touchdown.
Hopefully we can expect more from Pablo Garcia.
Now Javin Rice again to attempt a PAT. And through the uprights.
And out of the Lucas Bowl in a hole, Javin Rice is good.
Extra point good.
Score is now 21.
Wolverines winning 21-0. Once again, the CUDA receiving team takes the field on the familiar site with the Wolverines kicking off. Same story last week against their Braddock Bulldogs. And the kick is off. Once again, gonna sail into the end zone.
Javin
And
Rice
this is gonna
comes back.
bring the CUDAs to about the 25-yard line to start their drive. First and 10 for the Barracudas. And the play is going to be stopped short behind the line of scrimmage. Going to go for a loss.
Estrada on the tackle.
Gabriel Estrada with a big hit.
McGahee on the carry. Loss on the play.
Second down.
Second and 13. Barracudas.
It's going to be a passing play. Going deep. Had a man open, but it's a little bit overthrown. Incomplete
Pass
pass.
is incomplete. Ricky Mayo on the coverage for the Wolverines.
It's going to be third and long for the Barracudas. Third and 13 to be exact. Barracuda's not afraid to let one fly every once in a while. As you've seen throughout this game, they are looking to their passing attack.
But unfortunately for them, it hasn't seemed to open up yet.
Third down.
Quarterback Keith Anderson out. He's going to run to the outside throw. Throw to number 13 and almost intercepted.
Pass is incomplete. Broken up by
Gabriel Aparicio with the pass breakup. Looked like a close one there. Thrown a little bit too high. The receiver, Caesar Mackey, had to jump up for it. But there were some hands in the way, and it's going to go for an incomplete pass.
Brings up a fourth down for the Barracudas.
Once again, the Barracudas are going to be punting the ball. They have not had any success in their punt game. Both punts going for very short distances. And let's see what happens on this one. We have number 1 Don Chaney and number 2 Pablo Garcia out to receive the punt, and it's going to be a timeout on the play.
Timeout on the field.
So far, this is looking like a repeat performance for the Belen Wolverines.
Timeout was called by the Barracudas.
Wolverine fans, special thank you to Sea Hunter in Homestead, Florida.
Once again, both sides take the field. And the kick is off. It's like it was tipped a little bit. And the ball was hit. Number 7, Alfonso Rodriguez hits the ball. And that means the Barracudas have recovered the punt. Took a bad bounce. Hit number 7 right in the chest. And the Barracuda offense will take the field once again. Unfortunate events has taken place. Wolverines off one of the better punts of the game so far by the Barracudas. Takes a bounce, hits one of the Wolverine defenders. That's a live ball. The Barracudas recover, and it's a handoff. About a 5-yard gain. That was number 4, Cameron McGahee with the carry.
Second down. Second and 6, Barracudas.
It's going to be a handoff again to McGahee. Stop short.
Matthew Moreno on the hit.
No gain on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down for the Barracudas.
Third down, Wolverine fans. Third down. Make some noise.
3rd down. The ball's going to be thrown. Keith Anderson rolls out, looking for somebody open. Has nobody, and it's going to be pushed out of bounds. Big defensive stop by the Wolverines. And that's going to bring up 4th down once again for the Barracudas.
Fourth down, Barracudas.
And
Ball's on the 40.
after that
Fourth and
mishap on the punt, I think the Wolverines are going to get another chance
to receive the punt.
to receive it. Looks like there was some movement on the line. It's going to be called encroachment on the Wolverines.
Encroachment, Wolverines. 5-yard penalty. Still fourth down.
Ball will be moved up a little bit for the punt. Back to receive once again are Don Cheney and Pedro Papo Garcia. And the punt is once again off. This time a good punt going deep. Don Cheney decides to take it, rolling out, and he stopped. Flag on the play. 2 flags on the play. And Don Cheney, it's like he's injured. He did go down awkwardly, grabbed him by the hips, and oh, he's limping off the field. That's not a good sign for the Wolverines.
Looks like a horse collar from here.
Cheney decided to take that punt out, rolled to the outside, was tackled from behind, pardon me, and he did go down awkwardly, did limp off the field. So let's see what the penalty is going to be on. Looks like it might be a horse collar, like my partner said.
Block on the back, Wolverines. Horse collar, Barracudas. Offsetting penalty.
Offsetting penalties. The Wolverines had a block in the back, and the Cudas had the horse collar. So both penalties will cancel out, and the ball will be spotted at the side of the tackle.
Ball spotted on the Belen 15. First and 10, Wolverines.
So again, Wolverines have possession of the ball. It's going to be 1st and 10. Diego Ortega out wide for the Wolverines. And it's going to be another traplet. Bubba Garcia with the carry. Has some room to run. Breaks a couple tackles. Still going. And finally brought down at around the 25-yard line. Another strong pickup for Pablo Garcia.
First down for Garcia.
Already has a touchdown on the game. And onto the field comes number 28, Daniel Gerstazu. He is a very fast running back. And once again, first down for the Wolverines. It's going to be another double handoff. On the carry was Frankie Menendez, number 24. Brought down for about a 3-yard pickup. And we'll and it's going to be a passing play. Diego Ortega looking deep, and it looks like the ball was almost intercepted by number 2, Christopher Docurario. Close one there for the Wolverines. Passed it on by number 9, Lucas Polo, who's had a pretty great season as it is last game. He did record some monster numbers. And unfortunately there, that ball was almost intercepted, thrown a little bit behind Diego Ortega. The defensive back did get in front of the ball. And it will be third down for the Wolverines. Let's see what they do here. Some motion in the backfield. Polar rolling out. Has some room to run. Decides to take it. And picks up another short gain. It's like the Wolverine punting team will be on the field.
Brings up a fourth down for the Wolverines.
First time you're going to be seeing the Wolverine punting team. Out the punt is going to be number 3, Javier Hernandez, who did get that long 58-yard run earlier in the game for a touchdown. And he can punt too. And the kick is off. Gonna land at about the 52-yard line.
Hernandez's punt down on the 49 of Belen.
Looks like they did mark it down at the 49.
Barracudas.
That will be a water break on the field. Barracudas remain scoreless in this game, already deep into the second quarter. 5 minutes, 58 seconds left to go before the first half ends. Wolverines scoring on 3 running plays, each for big gains except for that half-a-yard score by Pablo Garcia. All running backs for the Wolverines have had a touchdown. Only 2 that haven't had their moment is going to be number 28, Daniel Gerstazu, and number 24, Frankie Menendez. They have had their fair share of carries, though. And the ball's going to be thrown to number 12. Looks like it's going to be a complete pass. Or thrown to number 13, pardon me. That was Caesar Mackey. down. Keith Anderson back for the Barracudas. And he's going to take it on a quarterback run. And he's going to pick up, he's going to lose yards, actually. Wolverine defense swarmed him.
Moreno Aparicio on the tackle. Victor Lopez de Mendoza in with the assist. Brings up a third down. Third down.
Third and about 6 for the Barracudas here. They have 4 wide receivers out, 2 on each side. Keith Anderson throws, hit on the throw, and it's going to be an incomplete pass.
Johnson's pass is incomplete under heavy pressure from senior Gabriel Seda.
And that's going to bring out 4th down for the Barracudas. Fourth down, so they're going to be going for it. Some motion, some movement before the snap of the ball. It's going to be a penalty. Not sure who on, though. So it's going to be offside on the Barracudas. We'll move the ball back, and this time they are going to bring out their punting unit. And this time back to receive the punt for the Wolverines is going to be number 31, Gabriel Aparicio.
Barracudas decide to punt on fourth down. Gabriel Aparicio back to receive the punt.
And once again, a low kick. Ball is going to be fielded at about the 25-yard line. And the Wolverine offense will take over once again.
On the
3 minutes and 54 seconds left in the second quarter. Wolverines up 21-0.
The ball was touched by the Barracudas.
And on the sideline, the Wolverines are warming up or working out Don Chaney. He did suffer a minor injury early in the second quarter. He was tackled awkwardly from behind it. And he is running on the sideline, though, so that's good news for the Wolverines. Now it's the first down. And it's another trap play down the middle of the field. Pablo Garcia with the carry.
Pablo Garcia on the carry. Brandon Rojas on the tackle.
And back onto the field is number 28.
Garcia's carry is good
Gerstazu.
for 4nd and 6.
Reef defense hasn't looked too hot over the course of this game, allowing 3 touchdowns. And the ball is going to be double handoff once again. Wolverines love this play. Hand it off to Frankie Garcia for about a 7-yard gain.
On the carry.
Frankie Menendez.
Wolverine.
It's going to be a holding penalty on the Wolverines. And we'll move the ball back. Going to be 2nd and long. And it looks like the weather has cleared up. It did rain for a little bit early in the first quarter, but for the most part, no rain.
Second down, Wolverine.
Second and long for the Wolverines. And the ball, oh, movement again. It's going to be another penalty. And looks like it might be on the Wolverines again. And it is false start.
Second penalty in a row for the Wolverines.
And back to back.
Second and 16.
Second and long for the Wolverines. And it's going to be a handoff to number 28, Daniel Garistazu.
Daniel Garrastazu.
He's a quick one.
Very quick at that.
Following the blocks of Antonio Serrano and Joey Plasencia.
Third and long for the Wolverines once again. Igor Ortega is out wide. And it's going to be another handoff to Garistazu.
Stop
Short
short this
game.
time.
Brought down by Rojas. Short of a first down.
And once again, the Wolverine punting team will take the field.
Timeout on the field.
It's going to be a timeout called
Barracuda timeout.
on the Barracudas.
What's the name of our punter?
Javi Hernandez back to front.
And the punt is off. Oh, some pressure in the backfield. Javier Hernandez is going to take the ball and run with it.
Fortunately, stopped at the
Javi
line of
Hernandez
scrimmage.
out of bounds. Heavy pressure
He
from
was
Khalil
pressured and
Sanders.
had to run the ball. While he ran the risk of playing a blocked punt. Smart move there.
Well, after all, he is a running back.
And Keanu's going to roll out. He's going to be tackled for a loss.
Johnson tackled for a loss, sacked by Matthew Moreno.
So it's Matthew Moreno on the sack.
Ryan Fernandez in
Big
on the
play.
sack.
Got hit very hard at the first one, but couldn't wrap up.
It's meant to be a passing play, but he was pressured. And it's going to be another passing play thrown to number 14 for the Barracuda. That's going to be Stephen Johnson.
Pass complete. Crespo on the stop.
Stopped by Matthew Crespo with a hard hit.
LeBron Johnson with the reception.
It's going to bring up third down for the Barracuda. And And there's less than a minute left before the first half is over. 51 seconds to be exact. See if the Barracudas can score before time expires. And the ball's once again snapped. Handed. It's going to be run by number 10, Keith Anderson.
Stuffed.
Meant to be a quarterback draw. Big favorite of the Barracudas. They have ran it a lot this game. This time going for a loss. And it's like the field goal unit's going to come out for the Barracudas, trying to get some points on the board before time expires in the first quarter, first half. And out to kick is going to be number 1, Daniel Henderson. And the kick is blocked. Number 31, Gabriel Aparicio, with another field goal block. He's had many this entire season, and as you just saw, he had another one right there.
He's
6
such an
blocks.
explosive player off the line. Never
That's-
know with him.
That's 6 blocks for Gabriel Aparicio, a special teams guru. Very impressive performance he's had this game and throughout the season. And looks like the Barracudas aren't going to get that point, or those 3 points that they wanted. And their defense is going to have to hold so that the score doesn't increase before the half finishes. There is 7 seconds left in the game, so it looks like the Wolverines are going to kneel the ball out. And with that, that's going to end the first half of the game. Your Wolverines are leading 21-0 against the Coral Reef Barracudas. We're going to be taking a quick break. Join us at the beginning of the second half as this game continues. Hello and welcome back, Wolverine fans. As the second half to this game begins, Wolverines lead against the Coral Reef Barracudas 21-0. It's been a pretty explosive game for the Wolverine running backs. And as for the Barracudas, well, they haven't really done much.
Javi Hernandez, Don Chaney Jr. back to receive.
And to receive the kick for the Wolverines is going to be number 3, Javi Hernandez, and number 1, Don Chaney. And kicking the ball for the Barracudas is going to be number 1, Daniel Henderson.
Daniel Henderson to kick off for the Barracudas.
And this half is now underway, and it's an onside kick. But number 10, Victor Lopez de Mendoza recovers the ball, and the Wolverines maintain possession.
That was a very unexpected play by the Barracudas.
Do you understand why they do it? They are down by 3 scores.
Wolverines will take over, first and 10 from their 45.
And it's going to be first and 10 for the Wolverines. Back onto the field as their offense. Ready to start this second half.
Hopefully they can start it off as powerful as they left off.
They did have some pretty big running plays. And now some motion in the backfield. Don Chaney. It's going to be a trap. Number 2, Pablo Garcia with the run. Still fighting for some yards. And he finally goes down at around the 41-yard line. Already in CUDA territory.
14 yards, first down, Wolverines.
Big powerful statement there from Pablo Garcia. They like to use him when they're trying to punch in for those 2 extra yards. He's a very powerful running back.
Yes, indeed he is. He can get those short yards and he can break it loose for big yards.
For the Barracuda 41.
And it's going to be first down for the Wolverines. Motion again, Don Chaney. And this time it's going to be a play action pass play. Pola rolling out, throws it short to number 2, Pablo Garcia.
Pola's pass complete
He
to Pablo
does
Garcia.
pick up about 8 or 9 yards, still short of the first down. And it's going to be second down and about 4 for the Wolverines. Wolverines do like to run their play action passes. And here we go, second down. Again, another motion from number 1, Don Chaney. This time it's handed off to him. And he fights for about 3 or 4 yards. May get the first down here. And
Makes his way forward.
they're going to give it to him. First down, Wolverines.
Jesuit, first down.
And back onto the field goes number 8, Diego Ortega. Oh, looks like he's going to be switching out with Nicholas Carvajal, number 13. And now later on in the half, you're going to be seeing the backups coming onto the field as they are up by a couple scores.
And if the Belen Wolverines keep it up, you will see some middle schoolers come in as well.
And it's going to be another play action pass play. Puller rolling out, throwing deep to number 14, Joey Plasencia. Almost caught.
Pola's pass intended for Joey Plasencia.
Broken up
Complete.
on the play. Joey Plasencia did have some hands on the ball, but the defender managed to put his arm in the way, and that's going to go for an incomplete pass. Good attempt by the Wolverines there. And now Diego Ortega comes off the field, and in comes number 12, Nate Payne once again. You like to see those 3 switching on and off. They rotate on many of the downs. And second and 10
Second
Now
and
for
10,
the
Wolverines.
Wolverines. And here we go again. Another motion for Don Chaney. Back to back motions. And it's going to be another running play down the middle for a short gain.
Garcia on the carry.
And there's going to be a whistle blown by the officials.
Seems to be a injured player on the field for the Barracudas.
It looks like that's number 99, Nicholas Jimenez, or no,
Injured
number
guy on the
90.
field.
So we get a visual on that. Let you know. It's looking like number 90 for the Barracudas, and it is. Couldn't really see what the injury was there. He is clutching his legs. Not a good sign. And the training staff for the Barracudas is now on the field attending to the injured Cuda. And he is a lineman for Coral Reef.
And he's gotten up and he's walking off the field with the help of the training staff.
Always good to see a player manage to walk off the field, especially after
Big
an
hand on the
injury.
field, Wolverine fans for number 90, Jaleel Sullivan.
It was Chalil Sullivan, the injured Barracuda, on the play.
As play resumes, it's a 3rd and 8 for the Wolverines.
3rd and 8 Wolverines, well in field goal range for Javin Rice, and it's going to be another handoff, double handoff, given to Don Chaney. However, it does pick up a short
Don
gain.
Jr. on the carry.
Luckily for the Wolverines, is well in range of Rice.
Brandon Rojas on the stop.
See what they do here.
Bring up a 4th down.
And Javin Rice will go onto the field, so will the field goal unit.
Field goal unit out.
Javin Rice has made kicks from farther out. Let's see if he can do it here once again and put the Wolverines up by an additional 3 points. It is a very windy day, however, so that could affect his kick, especially from this far out. Did have a mishap earlier with one of the cameras falling over. A little bit of a scare there, but just goes to show you how windy it is outside.
Ball will be spotted on the 36. 46-yard attempt for Rice. Rice's kick sails wide.
And it's going to be no good for Javin Rice. Kind of a rarity for him.
Seems as though the wind played a factor in that one.
Normally don't see him miss his field goals, but that time he did. Luckily for the Wolverines, they are still up, so not a big loss there, but let's hope that he can get back onto the field and make some more.
First down.
And Keith Anderson throws it to the outside to number 14, Stephen Johnson.
Incomplete.
It's going to go as an incomplete pass.
Intended for Johnson. 2nd and 10.
And the Barracudas have 5 receivers out wide. Keith Anderson alone in the backfield. He's dropping back. Throws to number 32, and the ball was dropped there. It's going to be going as an incomplete pass.
Gabriel Seda.
Looked like he had possession, but he didn't. And on the intended receiver is number 32, Matthew Pori.
Pass intended for Ramirez.
Oh, pardon.
3rd and 10.
It was intended for
Third down, Wolverine
Ramirez.
fans.
And 3rd down for the Barracudas. They throw it. overthrown, intended to number 13, Caesar Mackey.
Pass incomplete.
And that's going to bring up fourth down for the Barracudas.
Fourth down.
And back onto the field comes the Wolverine receiving team. And once again, the Coral Reef punting team. And out to receive is going to be number 3, Javi Hernandez. And the punt is off. Another low one. This is going to sail to about the 49-yard line. Almost going out of bounds there, but manages to stay in bounds.
Near midfield.
So once again, the Wolverine offense will take the field.
Ball is spotted inside Barracuda territory. First and 10, Belen from the 49.
Here we go, first down. The Wolverines have 2 men in the backfield. Lucas Polo under center. Hands it off to Don Cheney. Finds some room to run. Eventually brought down.
Don Cheney
Not before
good
picking
on
up
the carry.
about 3 yards from the carry.
Brought down by Rojas, gain of 3. Gain is 2, second and 8.
It was a 2-yard gain, actually. And with that, it's going to bring up second down for the Wolverines. Haven't seen too much action from number 8, Diego Ortega. Did have two passing attempts to him earlier in the game, both for incompletions, though.
Hopefully we get to see more of him because as of right now, with all the runs, there should be an open passing game.
He did have a completion early in the game, however, it was fumbled. And luckily for the Wolverines, Don Cheney was there to sweep it up.
Second down.
Let's see what happens here. The injured Barracuda earlier is now back onto the field. Number 90, Khalil Suleiman.
Garcia,
He is back in.
stop for a loss.
And Papa Garcia is going to be brought down for a loss. It's going to bring up third and long for the Wolverines.
Third and 10, Wolverine.
Let's see what the Wolverine offense does here. On that previous play, Papa Garcia was tackled for a loss. And there is some movement by the Barracudas. They're going to call maybe encroachment here. Or maybe there was some movement by the Wolverines. Nope, it's against the Barracudas, encroachment. And it's going to be a 5-yard
Brings up a
gain for the
third and
Wolverines
5
because
for
of that
the
penalty.
Wolverines.
Now shortening the distance they have before they get to the first down marker. And here you go, once again, third down. This time from half the distance. And it's going to be another double handoff to Javi Hernandez. Fighting for the yards. Looks like he does pick up the first down. See what the officials say here.
Fighting for extra yardage.
And they're going to mark him. They're going to mark him with the first down.
Hernandez is
Another
ready.
Wolverine first down.
Officials timeout for water.
And the officials are going to be calling a timeout here. A water break. And they'll be back on the field shortly. and motion in the backfield. Javier Hernandez. It's going to be handed off down the middle to number 2, Pablo Garcia.
Garcia on the carry. Brandon Rojas with the tackle.
Bringing up second down for the Wolverines once again. Onto the field goes their quarterback, number 9, Lucas Pola. Wolverines slowly but surely driving down the field here. And here we go. Another handoff, this time to number 1, Don Cheney. He's making some moves, but eventually brought down just short of the first down.
Gustavo Munoz on the tackle for the Barracudas.
That looked to be a 8-yard gain for Don Cheney. Normally he breaks them for much longer, but this time stopped kind of short in
Cheney
his
gains 7, brings up a 3rd and 2.
normally he gets farther.
He does have the quickness and the mobility to juke out some defenders. Did see a little bit of that there. And now it's going to be 3rd down, bunch formation for the Wolverines. And it's another halfback dive. Looks like they got it.
Garcia with the carry.
And they're going to mark him just short of the first down marker.
You'd think within this range they'd be able to pound it in with Papo again.
Pablo Garcia's carry is good for another Belen.
Oh, it looks like they're going to move it actually. And yep, there's some confusion between the officials, but they are going to give him the first down. And out wide is number 12, Nate Payne once again. You see that rotation between the receivers. And this time it's a handoff again to Don Cheney to the outside. Did get tackled from behind on that play. And there's a flag on the play. Let's see what the official saw.
On the tackle for the Barracudas.
And let's see what the penalty is. Looks like it's going to be on the Wolverines. They will be moving the ball back. Now it's going to be first and very long.
Ball was holding on the Wolverines.
The call was holding for the Wolverines.
Wouldn't be surprised if the Wolverines look to pass the ball on this down. Here's Polo is once again under center. And yet there it is, a rolling out pass play. Play action, looking, throws to wide open Javier Hernandez with the reception. He has some room to run, jukes out a defender, still going.
Lucas Pola's pass.
Huge pickup from Javier Hernandez there. Getting all the way to the 10-yard line. Really moving the ball for the Wolverines on that great throw.
And like I said earlier, the passing plays were going to be wide open because they've been running it down their throats as of yet. So, like I said, they need to throw it deep. They're not expecting it.
Pass complete for 29 yards and another Wolverine first down.
The coverage is blown on that play. Javier Hernandez was left wide open. Took a while for the defender to get back to him. However, it was too late, and Javier Hernandez was able to juke out a defender and then pick up an extra 2 or 3 yards, getting them in the red zone. And this time, it's another trap to Pablo Garcia. Breaks a couple tackles, finally brought down, not before picking up 5 yards on the carry.
And that's what Papo's good for, getting those down, dirty, hard to get yards.
Carrying defenders down to the 5.
Once again, the Wolverines are in the red zone, a familiar sight for them. Have scored with with 3 of their running backs. Wouldn't be surprised if you see a 4th score by their running backs. And with this short yardage area, they might just give it to Don Cheney and break it onto the outside. And see what happens. They could also just do a little play action pass and hit running their running backs for sure. And it's going to be another handoff to John Chaney. He scored on this play when he used it last time. And this time he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Don
Cheney with another run to the outside.
He scored on that exact play earlier in the first half. That's his second touchdown of the game. They like to use his quickness to bounce to the outside and outrun defenders. And you saw it there. Now the score is 27-0. Let's see if Javin Rice can put it to the uprights. He did miss a field goal earlier in the game. However, he has converted on all of his extra point tries.
And now with another touchdown added to the lead, the Wolverines will now start putting in their backups.
And this time, the kick is in fact good. Wolverines dominating the Barracudas this game. Barracudas came close to scoring early in the first quarter. However, the Belen defense came up big and had a fourth down stop against them. And there's still a minute 20 left in the third quarter. Still have an entire quarter to play after this. And back out to receive for the Barracudas is Johnny Simon on the left and number 14, Stephen Johnson, out on the right. And here we go. Javin Rice running up to the kick. He has kicked it past the end zone on his previous kicks, but this time it's going to be short, and it's like they're going to take it for a touchback.
First and 10, Barracudas.
And as you can see, a lot of the backups are now coming onto the field. Going to give the starters a little bit of a break after their hard-earned performance. And here we go. First and 10 for the Barracudas. Keith Anderson looking. Throws to number 32. That's his second drop pass of the game. That's Ramirez.
Pass is incomplete. Gabriel Estrada with the breakup.
Gabriel Estrada did get a hand in there.
Flag on the field.
However, there is a flag on the play. Let's see who it's on.
Passer, Wolverines.
Roughing the passer called on the Wolverines. That will move the ball forward about 15 yards.
Maybe this is what the Barracudas need to get their momentum boosted. Free 15 yards.
And the Cudas have 5 receivers out wide. And another quarterback draw. This time going for about a yard and a half or 2. Keith Anderson on the carry.
They've been running this play a lot. Normally I'd say to switch up the plays, but no plays have worked for them thus far.
And number 21, Jordan Galvez, slow to get up, and he falls on the floor. His leg looks like it gave up on him, and he hit the floor hard. Not good news for the Wolverines. He looks like he's in serious pain. He did have a huge leg injury last season. Couldn't play because of that injury, and now seeing him get up and then fall back to the floor is a horrible sight to see. That does not look good. Like I said earlier, he did have an injury that ended his season this past year. Hopefully that injury isn't inflamed again, and hopefully it's just a minor injury. Wouldn't want to see him go down. He has had a couple tackles in this game. they're going to try to get him up here. And they do.
Big hand first.
Big round of applause for Jordan Galvez as he's able to walk off the field with some help from the training staff. He has had a great game today thus far. Let's hope and pray that nothing too serious. And with that, it will bring up second down for the Barracudas. Couldn't really see what the injury was on that play. Couldn't see the hit, pardon me.
2nd and 8.
Now 2nd and 8. Quarterback alone, and he throws again to number 21, low pass, but it is completed.
Anderson's pass. Ruled the catch.
That will
Jamal Graham with
advance the
reception.
ball.
Brings up a 3rd down. 3rd down, Wolverine fans. Get behind your defense.
3rd down, Wolverines. See if they can get a big stop here. Oh, quick snap. Quarterback draw. He takes it for the run, and he gets a big gain of about 15 to 20 yards on the play.
Anderson scrambles for a Barracuda
Wolverines
first
hit
down.
him hard at
Stay
the
on
end of that one.
It's like the Barracudas are going no huddle offense. And it's going to be another passing play. Overthrow, nearly intercepted by number 4, Ivan Pachon.
Anderson's pass incomplete. Ivan Pachon on the coverage.
At time looked like he was going to take it with the quarterback draw, but instead hesitated and threw an overthrown pass. Nearly intercepted.
Flag on the play.
There's a penalty on the. There's a flag on the play. Pardon. Now let's see who it's on. And looks like it was a penalty on the Wolverines. The ball will be moved forward. Now the Barracudas are well into Wolverine territory. Let's see what happens here. Another passing play, throwing it to number 21, this time completed. On the tackle, number 10, Victor Lopez de Mendoza.
To Graham. Martinez and Lopez and Mendoza on the tackle.
And David Martinez with the assist on the tackle.
And that is the end of the 3rd quarter.
And with that, the first quarter is over. Belen still leads 28 to 0. Coral Reef Barracudas have had no response to the slaughter that is going on right now. And with that, this is the offense will switch sides. Gonna be first down for the Barracudas after that completion. Now the Barracudas are trying to get their passing game more involved. Haven't really had too much success with their running game. And they are finding some success throwing the ball. And here we go, another passing play thrown from 21, a little bit high, but he manages to hold on to it. Not without getting tackled.
Anderson's pass complete.
Short gain though.
Crespo on the tackle.
So Matthew Crespo on the tackle.
Short gain for the Barracudas.
Here we go, first down again for the Barracudas. Driving now, another handoff, giving it to number 6, Johnny Simon, up the middle with a short gain.
Simon on the carry. Robbie Ruiz with the tackle. Second and 7.
And Keith Anderson is accompanied by number 6, Johnny Simon in the backfield. There is a motion on the field, and it's going to be a pass play. Keith Anderson scrambles to the right, and he finds pay dirt. Touchdown, Barracudas.
First touchdown of the game for the Barracudas.
Originally supposed to be a pass play, but there was nobody there. So he just has to take it to the outside and manages to pick up the touchdown with it. And that's going to shorten the lead to 3 touchdowns. Wolverines now leading 28-6. Let's see if they can get the extra point here. And looks like the kick will be attempted by Daniel Henderson. And the kick is good. Barracudas now trail 7-28. And with that, you'll be seeing the Wolverine kickoff receiving team. You haven't seen them this entire game except from when they received the ball at the start of the second half. Barracudas hadn't scored at all game, and now they do. Now back to receive the kick is going to be Gabriel Aparicio and Javi Hernandez.
Javi Hernandez had a 58-yard touchdown early in the game. Hopefully he could return this one for another touchdown.
Instead, it's going to be received by Gabriel Aparicio. He did have that field goal blocker in the game, and he has some room to run. Breaks, jukes out a couple defenders, and big gain on the kickoff. He does manage to make it out to the 38-yard line, or 39-yard line.
Aparicio returns to the 39, first and 10, Belen.
And Wolverines offense back on the field once again. Lucas Pola under center. This time handed off to Daniel Gerastazu up the middle for a loss. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Wolverines. And off the field comes Daniel Gerastazu, and on comes Bravo Garcia.
2nd and 9, Wolverines.
And motion, Aparicio with the handoff, taking it to the outside. That speed earns him a 15-yard run.
You had a little glimpse of that speed on the kickoff return, and now you see it again on that run.
Aparicio is a great athlete to have on your team, playing both defense and offense, as you see here. Normally plays safety. He did prevent the big touchdown early in the game. They had a very long very long reception, and Gabriel Aparicio with his speed was able to catch up and bring him down. And with that, the Barracudas were closer scoring, but the Wolverine defense once again came in clutch and prevented them from scoring. First down for the Wolverines now. And this time it's going to be another play action pass. Lucas Pola rolling out under pressure and hit hard behind the line of scrimmage.
Pola brought down for a loss.
Luckily, he gets up just fine.
Jonathan Rooms on the hit for the Barracudas.
Big hit by Jonathan Rooms there. Wolverines did try to throw it on that play. And as you can see from the trees in the background, there is a lot of wind hitting us just about now. And I see another bunch formation for the Wolverines. Probably going to run the ball here. Yep, it's a double handoff to Pablo Garcia. Or no, Javi Hernandez, pardon me. And he does get back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and about 10.
Ball spotted on the 45, 3rd and 11.
Right about now, if I was the coach, I would throw it deep.
Another wide receiver rotation for the Wolverines. And after that, a run by Javi Hernandez. See if they can get back to the line. I see if they can get that first down. And motion, Gabriel Aparicio. Another passing play. Luis Polo dropping back, throwing to number 14, Joey Plasencia. However, it was overthrown, and there is a flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be pass interference. There was a flag on the field. Looks like it might have been dropped by the referee. And no, they're gonna. It was thrown. There's gonna be pass interference on the Barracudas.
The ball will be spotted at the spot of the foul.
Penalty yardage results in a Wolverine first down. Ball spotted on the 30 of the Barracudas. Belen will take over 1st and 10.
All right, once again, Belen driving the ball slowly but surely. And I'm pretty sure they will be taking those pass interference calls. They do give you a good chunk of yardage. Another handoff to Gabriel Aparicio. He does fight for a couple more yards. About 5 yards on the carry.
Serrano with the block.
And onto the field for the Barracudas comes number 99, Nicholas Jimenez. A big defensive end at 6'3", 230 pounds. Very aggressive and physical defensive end they have on that team. You go. Once again, bunch formation for the Wolverines. And it's another trap given to Pablo Garcia. Picks up a short gain. Not enough for the first down, though. And that's going to bring up 3rd and about 5 for the Wolverines. See what the Wolverines do here. Don't really need to score, but
3rd and 4.
any bit of points helps. Right now it's going to be a handoff to number 31, Gabriel Aparicio again. He breaks a couple tackles, still going, and brought down at the 15-yard line. Another powerful run by Gabriel Aparicio.
Yeah, he's a very explosive player. We hadn't seen much of him until now, in the 4th quarter.
He's having a phenomenal game. He has a blocked field goal already, and now he's adding to his stat sheet with a couple big yardage plays.
And don't forget that big stop on that giant pass by the Barracudas.
There's going to be an official timeout on the field. It will be a water break for both teams. Right now, Wolverines are just waiting out the clock. 5 minutes, 52 seconds left in the game. Still up by 3 scores. Really nothing the Barracudas can do right now. Have a chance, very small one though. They'd have to get possession of the ball right now and score. And not to mention do it 2 more times after that if they even want to tie the game. So they're going to be needing a big play here. We won't have enough time.
First and 10, Belen from the 15.
Here we go. Another bunch formation. Nobody out wide. Handoff to number 3, Javier Hernandez. Picks up about a half a yard.
Javi Fernandez, short game.
He's going to let the clock milk out with a couple runs.
Brandon Rojas with the tackle for the Barracudas.
Don't be expecting any throwing plays here. Second and 10 for the Wolverines. Once again, nobody out wide. Looks like it's going to be another handoff play. And it is. It's going to be a trap that even got me. And Pablo Garcia has the ball. Short of the first down, though. It's going to put him further closer to the end zone. About 14 yards before 14 yards separating them between the end zone. And time is slowly ticking. Now we are at 4 minutes left in the game. Wolverines back in the huddle. Oh, unmute it. Unmute it. And it's another. Luis Polo's rolling out, but he was stopped. So there was confusion on the play. He was immediately pressured.
Polo tackled for a loss.
So big yard loss for the Wolverines. However, with that, clock is still running. And they're going to bring out Javin Rice to attempt the field goal. He did miss a field goal earlier in this game. A little bit farther out. So let's see if he can kick this one through the uprights.
Javin Rice in to attempt the field goal. Ball will be spotted just outside the 25.
Joey Placencia will be the long snapper here. Lucas Polo the holder. And the kick is off. Let's see if it goes through. And it's going to be wide left. Another missed field goal attempt by Javin Rice.
Wide, no good.
He has converted on all of his extra points this game. However, hasn't been able to get a field goal through. And the Barracudas will take over at their own 20-yard line. Another timeout for the Wolverines. Three minutes left in the game. And in case you're just joining us, Wolverines are leading the Barracudas 28-7 in what has been a very dominant game for the Wolverines. Haven't given up too many big plays. They did have one earlier in the game, but since then, nothing huge. Just small pickups for the Barracudas.
Barracudas take over first and 10 from their 20.
And the ball snapped. Keith Anderson decides to take it again. Another quarterback draw. Goes to the outside. Jukes out a couple defenders, but is brought down at around the line of scrimmage.
Anderson brought down after a short gain. Is that Mayo, guys? Ricky Mayo on the tackle.
Barracudas do love using their quarterback's feet, and he throws it this time. to number, looks like it's to number 21, number 14 actually, and that's going to be Stephen Johnson.
Pass complete to Johnson. Crestpoint Mayo, the tackle, first down, Barracudas.
Once again, no huddle offense for the Barracudas. They're just trying to get another score in before time expires. Another passing play, this time throwing to number 21, a little bit overthrown. Gabriel Estrada was there to make the tackle if needed.
Pass incomplete.
It looked as though the ball was on target, but as it seems, the wind might have carried it away.
Once again, same formation for the Barracudas. Throwing it again to number 13. Thrown a little bit too fast. The receiver wasn't ready for that one. That was Cesar Mackey, the intended receiver. And it's going to be the 2-minute warning in just about a second. It's going to give him one more play before the warning will sound. On that previous play, the ball was thrown a little bit too early before the receiver can get his head around. And it went incomplete. Now, 3rd and 10 for the Barracudas. 1 second left before the 2-minute warning hits. That's what they do here. Quarterback dropping back, thrown a little bit high. Cesar Mackey does complete the ball. However, it is brought down for a loss. But a big stop for the Wolverines on 3rd down.
Snaps out the screen and brings the ball for a loss.
Although it didn't gain much yards, that was a nice catch by number 13.
Did do a little bit of a juggling there. And looks like the Barracudas are going to go for it on 4th down. Nothing there. And the quarterback just takes the hit. And that's going to be Wolverine ball. But with that sack, time keeps on going. Oh no, it looks like he was out of bounds on the tackle. Quarterback really had nothing going there, just let him sack him. And with that, the Wolverines are going to take over. Sounds like they're going to kneel it though. And let's see if the Wolverines are going to kneel it. They do have quarterback Santiago Venegas out on the field. Starter Lucas Pola has now reached the sidelines. They're probably going to let the ball run out here. They're going to let the time run out, actually.
Santi Venegas in at quarterback for the Wolverines.
And here we go. 1st and 10 for the Wolverines. Minute 28 left in the game. Let's see what happens. And Santi hands it off to Gabriel Aparicio. Once again, he's been getting a lot of carries. Another big hit delivered by Apa.
Gabriel Aparicio on the carry
Fights
again.
for some extra yards. Not before going out of bounds, though.
And we've been seeing a lot of him in this 4th quarter.
Apa's carry is good for 7. 2nd and 3.
And now in at quarterback is number 11, Dorian. He is not on varsity. He does play JV though, and they brought him in for this game.
Dorian Gonzalez is actually a middle schooler who's playing for the middle school team, and a couple middle schoolers, along with Dorian Gonzalez, have been bumped up so that they could be shown the ropes.
In at quarterback now, Dorian Gonzalez.
So Venegas now back in at quarterback. Another running play to Garistazu. And with that time, it will expire. 35 seconds left in the game. So the Wolverines are going to let this one go. And with that, your Wolverines have just defeated the Coral Reef Barracudas in a very dominant game for the Wolverines, scoring with all their was going with their running backs. 2 touchdowns from Don Chaney, 1 touchdown from Pablo Garcia, and one from Javier Hernandez early in the game, 58-yarder. And the Wolverines advanced their dominance over the season, only losing 2 games. And the
that's
game is officially over.
Wolverine fans, your final score.
Final score, 28-7.
Barracudas.
Great game from the Wolverines.
The Wolverines will finish the regular season next week at Pace in a non-district.
Be sure to tune in at Pace next week as the Wolverines end their season. Hopefully they can get that win and finish their season with another victory.
Please drive
And we'll
carefully.
head
And
off
with-
to the playoffs.
And with that, thank you for watching this live stream of the game. I'm Raul Rodriguez,
I'm Adrian Rodriguez.
and from everyone here at Belen, wish you a safe afternoon and stay golden, Wolverines.